What's going on, y'all? What's going on YouTube, TikTok, everybody, man? Good to see you guys. Y'all know what time it is. Radar Apologetics in the house. I see you, man. Man, make sure you guys are liking the video and the stream already. Today, we're going to be inviting Muslims to come and prove to us that Jesus actually is the Messiah, HaMashiach, Al-Masih. You guys ready to see that? I am. So let's get this joint started.
It's God. It's God. It's God. It's God.
All right, y'all. So I'm doing on TikTok solo dolos. Let me go ahead and put up the thing so that everybody can go ahead and see what's going on here. So let's go ahead and get my little background up so I can get this ugly dude in the background off the screen. I don't even know why I could even hear, but here we go. Is this the right one? Nope. Oh, here it is. There we go. All right, ladies and gents. How you guys doing here on YouTube? You guys doing all right, man? Make sure you guys hit the like button. Yeah, so trying a little something different. Trying a little bit different here. Trying to, because when I used to double stream the TikTok and YouTube together, I would just have to share the screen. But people wouldn't know on YouTube if they would be confused if I'm live or not, or like there would be a slight delay or stuff like that. So I figured out a way to go on ahead and I figured out, through all my, level 7 geniusness, I figured out a way to solve the problem, so it's just going to be like a call-in show kind of, so they're going to be able to hear you on the sound. YouTube, you guys will be able to hear TikTok. It's just going to be like somebody's calling in, like, how they do on Christian Prince, or sometimes Sam, they'll have them call on Skype. You guys can just hear the audio like that good. So it's going to be like that. But yeah, make sure you guys are liking the button, hitting the like button, go ahead and 434 that thing, so that we all know that you do not secretly kiss a black stone. Don't out yourself. Don't do it. Do not out yourself. We know, we can spot you. We'll see you. All right. Man, so I just want to say thank you guys, man. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're on TikTok and you have not subscribed yet to God Logic Apologetics, come on over, subscribe. Let's get us over to 100K. We're literally right there. We're literally right there. So moderators handle your business there. Make sure you guys cut up the videos, the stream, share it, share the videos and things of this nature. God has been good. God has been blessing us. And so you guys want to support the ministry. The biggest thing that you guys can do by supporting it is by sharing the videos and subscribing and getting subscribers, sharing the clips, making shorts, things of this nature. That really helps. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Tell me where you guys are watching from. You guys know I love hearing where you guys are watching from. Ethiopia, Ghana, Australia, all types of places, the Netherlands. So let me know where you guys are watching from. Represent y'all's place. We got Logic 2.0 commented. Oh man. Sweden. We got Sweden and Canada. We got Florida and Jamaica. I love it. Florida, baby. Virgin Islands, Nigeria. Let's get it. And Pennsylvania. I love you guys, man. Australia in the house. We got Chicago and New York, New Orleans, Britain, the UK, East St. Louis, Illinois. They're all over, man. All right, let's see if we got any takers here so far. Okay, we got somebody named Kid. Let's see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello?
How you doing?
So real quick, I just want to ask a question. I'm not here to debate. I am not knowledgeable enough to debate you. I just want to ask, what do you mean that prove Jesus is the Messiah? You know that Muslims believe that he is a Messiah.
Right. So the point of this is that yes, the Quran claims, it makes a claim, right, that Jesus is the Messiah. However, it's just that claim. Being the Messiah comes with qualifications. It comes with requirements. You can't just call any Tom, Dick, and Harry the Messiah.
Okay, so you want the Muslims to prove the requirements. Got it.
So prove that Jesus actually fulfilled the messianic requirements that makes him the Messiah. You know? So.
Got it. Well, I already told you I'm Muslim, but I'm not knowledgeable enough. I'm not gonna sit here act all confident while you got like mad knowledge. I just want to ask that question.
Yeah,
my comment was being lost. Out of all the comments you got, mine was being lost in there. So
okay,
I want to come up now.
Well, yeah. Well, keep watching, bro. See how it goes. You'll see the importance of this question. Okay, so keep watching.
All right, no problem. All right. You have a good one.
You too, man. Thanks for coming up. All right, so see now those type of people I respect definitely. I respect. Wow, thanks for the gift. Those type of people I respect, guys. The ones who, you know, not arrogant. They just want to know, like, oh, what do you mean by that? Oh, okay, so let me listen in and see what you got to say. I absolutely respect the young brother that just came up. I love you guys. Like, you know, y'all I mess with. All right, let's see. Islam.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, I just had a quick question. Like, I know why I believe Jesus is the Messiah, but why do you not believe Jesus is the Messiah?
I do believe Jesus is the Messiah, but I don't think that you actually do know why you believe he's the Messiah. Or maybe you know why you believe he's the Messiah, but you don't know for a fact that he is.
I chose Islam. Like, my family is Christian, but I chose Islam for a reason. I didn't choose to be a Christian for a reason, but I want to know why you believe Jesus is the Messiah and not why you don't believe Jesus is the Messiah.
I do believe that. You didn't hear me right. I do believe that Jesus is the Messiah, but I have reasons why I believe that. You know what?
So you're Muslim or no?
No, I'm a Christian. You know, we Christians, we know for a fact that Jesus is the Messiah because he fulfills the messianic qualifications. So as a Muslim, this is why I'm bringing this to Islam. You know, why is it, you know, because the Quran says he's the Messiah, but how? How is he the Messiah? Does it tell you how he fits the bill?
Well, I'll answer that. I don't have the full knowledge of that, but what I know, he's the Messiah because he's a human. He brought down religion. Mm-hmm. He brought down Christianity. We believe that the first book was Torah, then Christianity, and then Islam came. And these were corrupted. That's why Islam came at the end. That's the only reason. Okay. And I believe Jesus is the Messiah because he was a human. I don't believe a human will die for your sins. I don't believe.
Well, just 1 second though. Slow down. Muhammad was a human. Abraham was a human.
Nobody believes he's God. Nobody believes he's God.
No worries.
Everyone.
But no, just slow down. Muhammad was a human. Noah was a human. Abraham was a human. Moses was a human. They're not messiahs, though, are they?
They're all a messiah. Jesus, prophet.
They're all a messiah.
They're all messiahs. None of them are above each other.
This is why this is important. This is why this is important. So can you pull up? Do you have like a computer around you or anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I do. So can you pull up a Quran verse or maybe a Hadith where it says that Moses or anyone else other than Jesus is the Messiah?
Okay, give me 1 minute. I have the books of Hadith and I can show you the Hadith.
All right. I'll give you some time. By the way, thank you, One Way Apologetics, for the super chat. He says, Salam al-Masih. Brother, say hi to Mama Logic and Dad Logic and the First Lady. Thank you, brother. I'll take care. I love you, man. Thank you, One Way Apologetics. Make sure you guys subscribe to One Way Apologetics, Radar Apologetics, the Amen Podcast. Man, subscribe to these channels, guys. Okay. And come on TikTok. Come on TikTok and follow us on here. Follow the Black Doctor. Follow Albie. Follow these brothers. Ahmed X Muslim. King Silv. Follow these guys. Jai Apologetics, follow him. Okay. Let's see here. So we're going to give our guests some time to go ahead and find us the Quran verse and the Hadith or the Hadith reference that calls anyone other than Jesus the Messiah. Now, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. It's why I have this title. By even saying that these other characters are the Messiahs shows that Islam is completely disconnected from what Messiah even means and the biblical, the mission and the identity of the Messiah.
Okay, so in the Quran and in the Hadith, it doesn't nowhere it says exactly it doesn't say they're Messiah or the prophet, but we say they're a Messiah or a prophet because they are not God.
Yeah, you say wait, slow
Messiah.
down. This is important. You say that they're prophets, but not messiahs, correct?
Messiah and prophet mean the same thing,
No,
meaning the word of God.
No, they don't. Messiah and prophet do not mean the same thing. That's why Abraham or Moses or Muhammad are not messiahs.
So what is the difference between a Messiah and a prophet?
That's a beautiful question. So when we now go into the meaning of Messiah and what it is, who he's supposed to be, you'll understand this. But to understand this, you don't get this from the Quran. You don't get this from the Hadiths. Where do you think the term Messiah comes from?
I'm not sure.
It comes from the Hebrew. It comes from the Torah. The word is Mashiach, Messiah. So it's derived, Masih, al-Masih, right? In the Arabic is derived from Mashiach, the Hebrew word, which is found in the Bible. So you have to go to the Bible. You got to go to the Torah and the Tanakh, the Old Testament, to see what Messiah means and how it's used, who it is, the identifications, things of this nature, the qualifications. And you'll see that not anybody can be identified as the Messiah. This is important.
I did also have one more question for you. I'm not that very knowledgeable in Christianity, but I want to know Christianity more. But I did have a question.
Wait,
a lot of Christians.
Just one second, because we're on the Messiah topic right now. So I'm trying to show you what the difference between the Messiah is and the just a regular prophet. Okay.
It is about question about the Messiah and the prophet.
Okay. So did you want to know the difference?
Yeah, you.
Okay. So the difference is that a prophet is someone who is sent by God, right? Has a revelation from God and is proclaiming or preaching this revelation to said audience. That's what a prophet is. Okay. Delivering a message from God. Now, the Messiah, he is a prophet, but he's not just a prophet. He's also the priest. He's also a priest who handles the atonement for the people, who handles, the religious duties between the people and God. He's the mediator. He also is the king. He's the king of Israel. He's the ruler of Israel who God has set to establish his kingdom. Not only that, is he king, he's also judge. He judges the world. He atones for their sins. He redeems mankind of their sins. So he's redeemer. Not every prophet follows those qualifications. And you see these things in the text. When we go to the Bible, when we go to the Torah, it tells us this is what the Messiah is. This is what the Messiah will do. And it also tells us the identity of the Messiah. So, for example, if we were to bring up the identity of the Messiah, it says this about him. When we go to Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 and 7, watch what it says. Okay. Let me get there. Isaiah 9. Oops. All right, boom. So this is what it says. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, And the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end, on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and uphold it with justice and righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. So you see how, talking about the Messiah, son to be born, it says that he's the wonderful counselor, and it calls him the mighty God.
Can I say something?
Sure.
You told me something from the Torah, right? So I had a question. If you told me the meaning from the Torah, why are you not Jewish?
The most Jewish thing you can do is believe in the Messiah. I'm not Jewish because I'm not a Jew. I am not born
but you
from.
Could convert to
I'm not born.
Judaism.
I'm not born from Jacob and Abraham. I'm a Gentile. I'm a non-Jew.
You have to be born from somewhere to be Jewish?
To be a Jew, yes. You have to be a Jew, you have to be born. You have to be born into a descendant of Abraham. All right. So that's one way. But also, the Bible talks about how a true Jew, you become a Jew by faith as well. Because if you believe in the Messiah, then you are a Jew spiritually. You have integrated into the family of God in that way, in that sense. You have become a seed of Abraham, a child of Abraham through faith in the Messiah. So that's another way to be a Jew, right? But so the most Jewish thing you can do is believe in the Messiah, and that's what we do. And we believe who the Messiah is. The Messiah, according to the scriptures, is the mighty God born in the flesh.
I also had one more question before, because I need to do my research on Christianity before I make, because I have so much respect for all religions, and there's no way I would disrespect any religion. And I have so much respect for you that you're teaching me and you're taking time out of your day to teach me. But my question was I heard that the Bible was changed a lot of times, and why I wanted to ask, why was it changed?
It wasn't. That's a myth. It's a lie. So what you will find is you have, within the scriptures, there's manuscripts, right? You have Greek manuscripts, Latin manuscripts, and things of this nature. You have all of these manuscripts, very old manuscripts, some later than others. And some of these manuscripts have survived better than other manuscripts have. Or you have manuscripts where the scribe might have made a copyist error, a slip of the pen or something like that. So these are called textual variants. So you have textual variants within the manuscripts, which is why you'll see some English translations may have a certain rendering of a verse that another English translation doesn't, because of the manuscript tradition that they're going by. But none of these textual variants have any effect on the theology and the message of Christianity. None of the textual variants change that Jesus is the Son of God, that he came and was crucified under Pontius Pilate, that he had 12 disciples named Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and all Peter and all these guys. None of this, it doesn't change the message of the gospel. It doesn't change anything. But you have these textual variances, these differences in the text. You have the same thing in Islam, where there's textual variants in different Qurans. So, but no one would, I don't think that you would say if there's textual variants. Would you say that textual variants, well, I don't want to challenge you on that, because you probably, like you said, you're not that knowledgeable in this, so I'm not going to do that. But there's the same thing. There's textual variants in the Quran, there's textual variants in the Bible. I would not say that the Quran, because it has textual variants, means that it's corrupted. I wouldn't say that.
But the only reason that I believe in Islam is because I look at it through a scientific way. The Quran has proven more things, in what the Quran has said has been proven by scientific. So it's impossible that 14,000 years ago a person could possibly figure out like stuff about space, which is I don't think even a scientist could figure that out.
Okay.
And the Quran has proven that.
Well, let's talk about that. So just to be clear, so you're saying that you believe in the Quran because of its miraculous scientific facts that it has in it, right? So if science is good enough to prove the Quran, then science is good enough to disprove the Quran, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if there's scientific inaccuracies in the Quran, then that would mean that the Quran will be false.
Can I say something about that? Science, I don't believe is truly true, because the person who discovered that we came from monkeys believed in God himself. So how would a person who discovered that also believe in God?
No. So no, he didn't really. But if we're going off of what your criteria was science, the scientific facts that we know, the scientific facts that we have, you're saying you believe in the Quran because of its scientific, accuracies that it gets right. So,
not fully, but some part of it.
Okay, so if it's good enough to substantiate the Quran, to prove that it's true, then the parts where the Quran is inaccurate scientifically should prove that it's false. Otherwise, it's not a good argument to use. You shouldn't believe in it if it has scientific accuracies and say, oh, that's the reason why Islam is true, the Quran is true. If it also has inaccuracies, that should disprove it.
What is one inaccuracy that the scientific have proven? Because I don't believe that we were made out of molecules, but scientific says that we were.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. According to what we know scientifically, what came first, the heavens or the earth?
Earth, I think. I think the space came
Space
first,
came
and then
first, right? Yes. Yeah. So space is the heavens, the universe. Space came first, the heavens came first, and then the earth. Okay. Now the Quran says otherwise. The Quran says that the earth came first and then the heavens. That's in chapter 2, verse 20. If you want to look at that real quick, it's chapter 2, verse 29.
Chapter 2, verse 29. Which surah is it? Do you know?
Baqarah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Chapter 2, verse 29, Surah Baqarah, ayah 29. It said,
how can you be ungrateful to Allah who has bestowed life upon you? When you were lifeless, then he will cause you to die.
No. Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 29. Baqarah, Surah Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 29. Guys, make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys haven't already. YouTube family, go ahead and hit that like button if you guys like discussions like this.
I pulled it.
Okay, so what does it say? You are you on your phone? Are you on your phone? You got to come back to the app because I can't hear you if you're off the app.
It doesn't say that it was made from, like, he made earth first. It says that he bestowed life on you when you were lifeless.
No, brother, that's not the verse.
It's verse Baqarah 2, verse 29.
29.
29, yeah.
So chapter 2 verse 29 says, "It is he that has made everything on the earth. Then he rose towards the heaven and made it 7 heavens." That's what chapter 2, verse 29 says.
Could you show me where it says it? Because I have the Quran pulled up. Like, I have the Quran in it. I have the English translation.
Sure. Can you show me? Can you look?
I don't think I can present my screen.
Well, but what is the chapter and the verse you're looking at?
Okay, it's Surah Al-Baqarah, and then verse 29.
That's impossible. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put it on the screen and then show you. That's not what the verse says. You're at the wrong verse. I don't know what verse you're at, but that's not it. Look. So I'm gonna turn my camera around. Let me do this real quick. Take the effect off real quick. Okay. Oops. You see? Chapter 2, verse 29.
But that's is that a website? Because I'm taking it from the Quran, and that's not true.
No, this is the Quran, man. You're on the wrong verse.
Actually, the screenshot on YouTube.
Oh, you're on the wrong verse. So here, guys, let me show my screen on YouTube too, so that everybody can see. It's chapter 2, verse 29. No matter where I go, let's say I went to Quran.com. If I go to Quran.com, it's the same thing.
Wait, do you know how to read Arabic by chance?
Nope. But they have the Arabic breakdown if you want me to do that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. So go back here. They have the roots. You said, Hua, he is the one created lakum for you what is in the earth, all of it. Thumma, then or moreover, he turned to the heaven and fashioned them 7 heavens. Samawatin.
Are you sure it's chapter 2, verse 29?
Yes.
I can show you. Wait, maybe I can turn on my screen somehow. I can show you from the Quran what's on verse 29. Okay, there we go. No, shut up. It is he who created for you all that is on earth and then turned above and fashioned it into 7 heavens.
Boom, you got it. See?
Yep.
I told you. So you see how it says that Allah created the earth first, everything on it, and then created the heavens?
I think there's a different meaning behind it, because a lot of stuff in the Quran has a meaning behind it which we don't understand sometimes.
That's
it is he
clear.
who created.
That's pretty clear. If you want, I mean, on your own time, you should check out Ibn Kathir's tafsir on it. He affirms it. He's like, yes, the earth was created first, then the heavens, and he gave the analogy of that's how houses are built. Houses are built by creating the foundation first, the floor first, which he says is the earth, and then the roof, which is the heavens, the space. That's what Ibn Kathir says.
It says, and then turned above and fashioned it into 7 heavens.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the meaning behind turn? It doesn't clearly say that he then created. It says he turned above and fashioned it.
Yeah. So it says he created everything in the earth. And then it says, then, thumma, then he turned towards the heaven and made them 7 heavens. So he created the earth first, then made the heavens.
I didn't even know there were 7 heavens. I just knew there were 7 gates to heaven.
Oh yeah, man. There's 7 heavens. 7 heavens. Pretty interesting.
But Christianity and Islam has a lot of similar, So,
I would say similarities, sure, but more differences than similarities. But focus here. Here. Don't lose track.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. So
if the Quran, if you're saying that the Quran is true because of scientific accuracies, then you should also say that the Quran is false because of scientific inaccuracies. This right here is a scientific inaccuracy. We know this is not true.
What is not true? That the earth was not made first?
Correct.
Because the space was made. But
Exactly.
even in science.
Exactly. Scientifically, this is false. Scientifically, this verse is false. So then we should say that the Quran is false then, right?
I'm gonna have to do some information about it, because it says here, where I searched up more hadith, it says, after creating the heaven, he then rolled out the earth, placed water on it, and created pasteurized on it.
It says that in the hadith?
Yeah, well, I'm reading that from a verse, but first it says.
So then that would mean, is it saying that the heaven was created before the earth?
Well, heaven, I think.
Is that what the verse saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If the verse is saying that, then that's a contradiction then. If it's saying that the heaven was created before the earth, then that clearly contradicts the verse we just read that says.
Okay. I understand now. Mm-hmm. It says, you know how it says heavens? Mm-hmm. There's a heaven, right? There's a heaven in it all. No, but then heavens, smoke. It's meaning the heavens that we are going to go into.
No, it doesn't.
It is. I'm going to explain. There's 7 heavens.
I know what you.
He created the 7 heavens first, and then there was the 7 gates of heaven.
Go to chapter 41.
After creating the earth.
Let me help you. Go to chapter 41.
On Surah Bakra?
No. Chapter 41.
Which surah?
Let's see the name of it. Chapter 41. Hey, where'd my screen go? This shit. Chapter 41 is Surah Fusilat.
Got it.
Surah Fusilat. You go to chapter 41, it goes into even more detail of how the earth was created first, then the heavens. And the heavens, the lowest heaven of those, is our space that's adorned with stars and stuff. It'll show you. It'll break it down for you.
Which verse is it?
So we're going to start at verse 9. We're going to start at verse 9, and then we're going to read all the way to verse 12. Okay.
It says he is the Lord of all worlds. There's other worlds here too, and that's why there's other creatures in this world too.
No worries.
No,
that's not the contention. Just focus. So. You see it? So I'll read it so you don't have to go off your phone. I'll read it out loud for us, okay? But you could just follow along but I'm gonna read it. All right. So it says, say, do you verily disbelieve in him who created the earth in 2 days, and you set up rivals with him? That is the Lord of the worlds. All right. So the earth was created in 2 days. You see that so far? Mm-hmm. All right, next verse, verse 10. He placed therein firm mountains from above it, and he blessed it and measured therein its sustenance in 4 days. Okay, so he created the earth in 2 days and then created everything on it in 4 days, right? Some try to say that, it's just all together. It doesn't matter. That's not the contention. So you see how it's giving us a sequence of what happened. First, he created the earth, then he created everything that's on the earth, right? Mm-hmm. All right, now verse 11. Verse 11 says, then he rose over toward the heaven when it was smoke. It was just smoke. It wasn't anything yet. So he rose toward the heaven when it was smoke, and said to it and to the earth, come, both of you willingly and unwillingly. They both said, we come willingly. Okay? So the heaven wasn't even made yet. It was just smoke. So the earth is finished and made. The heaven is just smoke right now. It's not made yet. Okay? Then verse 12 says, then he completed and finished from their creation 7 heavens in 2 days. So the earth, 2 days, then everything on the earth in 4 days, then the heavens in 2 days. Okay?
So a full week. And
yeah, basically, you know, if we count it up as 8 days, some try to combine it and, you know, it doesn't matter. What matters is the sequence of events. We see that the earth is created first. We see that everything on the earth is then created. And then we see that the 7 heavens are created. Now, how do we know that the 7 heavens, that those heavens, you know, is ours? You know, one of those heavens is us, belongs to us, is our space. It says, right? It says, we adorned the lowest heaven. So there's 7 heavens. The lowest heaven, it says, we adorned with stars or lamps, it might say in other translations, to be adornment as well as to guard. Such is the decree of him, the Almighty, the All-Knower. So the lowest heaven is ordained with stars. That's our space. That's our space.
so the lowest heaven is made from stars? Is that what you're saying?
Not made from stars. It has stars in it. It's made up of, like, he decorated it with stars.
Do you know what the 7 heavens are?
There's different levels. There's different levels.
Yeah.
You know, when you get up there, you got.
They're all the same, except each heaven stands for something. So if you're fasting, if you fast on the month of Ramadan, you will go to one heaven.
That's not true, my friend. That's not true. The lowest heaven is adorned with stars. That's our heaven. That's our space. It's our universe. You understand that?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, it's pretty clear.
What are you trying to say? That the only lowest heaven is only for us?
Not only for us. I'm just saying that the lowest heaven is our sky. It's our universe. Look, if we go to look, just so that you don't think that I'm like.
No, I didn't understand what you were saying. I get what you're saying now. Okay.
Yeah. So it's our universe. Even the scholars understood this. If we open up Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir, he says it. Some details of the creation of this universe. So it's talking about our universe. Okay? So according to the Quran, the universe was created after the earth. Which is scientifically false. You see the problem?
I think I don't have full knowledge, and I definitely think I will need more knowledge on this.
Of course.
But this made me look at things differently than what I used to look at things. And then I see there's a lot of like chat going on. So I want to come back to you whenever, if you're ever going live, and I want to have full knowledge of Christianity. And you actually did help me. Like, I want to thank you so much. You actually did help me, and I'm definitely going to look into Christianity. But I have firm belief in my religion, but I don't have blind faith. I'm going to look into Christianity, and I love Christians. I love everyone. So I don't want to have blind faith. I'm going to look into Christianity. Good. You made me realize a lot of stuff. So I want to thank you.
I want to thank you too for being mature, for being respectful, for listening and being open. Like, that is a heart like yours is beautiful. So thank you so much. And look, I'm live all the time. So you're welcome anytime. If I see you and you want to request up, you want to ask about Christianity, I'll do my best for you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
You too.
All right, guys. We are getting off to a wonderful start. Beautiful start. God bless that person. I don't know the individual's name, but as you guys saw, it was a beautiful conversation, good, humble heart, you know, able to reason and things of this nature. And that's how conversations should go. You know what I'm saying? So comment section, please, guys, people in the comment section, especially my Christian brothers and sisters, have discernment with your comments, you know, have discernment and, you know, exercise the fruit of the Spirit so that you do not become a stumbling block when I'm talking to a person on the live stream. Okay. I'm talking to a person on the live stream. You see that they're genuine. You see that they're having a good conversation. Be gracious. Be gracious, please. Do not be a stumbling block here, or I would have to have my mods even mute the Christians here, because I cannot have you guys getting in the way of the gospel. All right. So that's I'm going to say that right now. And moderators, I need you guys to pay attention to that. If there's Christians in the chat that's being, you know, that's being overly harsh, especially when it's unneeded, when there's clearly people that are being genuine and receiving the message and willing to learn, mute these people so that they don't distract the person who's up on the stage, up on the panel. All right. All right. So let's see who else we have next. Oh, by the way, guys. So if you are Christians in Vegas, I got a sister who just reminded me. Let me see here. What is it called here? It's called the God is Love Walk. The God is Love Walk. If you're Christians in Vegas, there is a walk going on. It's called God is Love Walk. It's going to be in Las Vegas in February 9th, Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl weekend, the God is Love Walk, February 9th, Super Bowl weekend. It's going to be a huge revival at the park. You know, they're going to be fighting against sex trafficking and things of this nature. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to be part of the movement, if you're in Vegas, you can hit up Lika. She's here on TikTok. Hit her up. Go ahead and make another comment, Lika, so that they know who you are. And then come on YouTube also and make a comment so that they know who you are. You guys hit her up if you guys want to find out if you're in Vegas or close around the area. Hit this sister up so that you can be a part of that march and part of that walk and part of that movement. Okay. They be doing work, man. They do their thing out here. So I love her and her zeal for the Lord. All right. Let's see who we have next. Let's see here. Why do I see a bunch of Christians? Let's try this. Salam alaikum.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, so I have a question, but why you told the sister that Allah created the heaven first?
You sound familiar.
Huh?
You sound familiar.
I don't know, maybe.
Don't play games, man.
So I'm asking you if he.
I'm saying that you sound familiar. Why don't you tell me who you are before we continue? Don't be disingenuous.
My name is Ahmadu.
All right.
So you was lying to the
when
sister,
you can be honest about who you are, you may be able to come up next
Ahmadu.
time. I don't like. Why hide yourself? I know exactly who you are. Why could you be honest like the previous sister? Goodness gracious. Let's see here. What's up, Intelli? I think your bird is mad, man. Come on, guys, man. Y'all got to be ready when you guys come up here. Can't be having your bird tripping in the background. You know what I'm talking about? Can't be having your bird tripping in the back. Let's see here. All right. Come back when you're ready, Intelli. You ready to be honest about who you are?
Bro, they call me Ibarra on TikTok.
They call you what?
They call me Ibarra on TikTok.
Ah, so you're Ibarra. There we go. Thank you for being honest. Now, what's your issue?
Okay, cool. So why you mentioned this ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah saying that Allah created the heaven first, the earth first and the heaven?
Because that's what it says. I didn't lie.
He didn't say that. He said he created everything on the earth. There was an earth already, and he created everything on the earth. Then he turned back to the heavens. That means there was heaven already, and he made the seven. That's what the verse is telling you, bro.
Okay, so it literally just said we created everything in the earth, right?
Yeah.
We created everything in the earth for you, then rose toward the heaven and made it seven heavens. And chapter 41 breaks it down, saying that the earth was created in 2 days. Then everything on the earth was created in 4 days. Then he rose toward the heaven while it was smoke. It wasn't created yet. And then made it 7 heavens in 2 days.
You know what?
So what came first, the earth or the heavens?
It's the heaven and the earth that was smoke, and they was together, and Allah split them, bro.
Split them.
Yeah.
Okay. So smoke is the created heaven.
The smoke and the earth and the heaven was smoke, and Allah split them.
Do you know where the smoke of that heaven came from?
Allah knows, bro.
Allah knows best. As a matter of fact, no, not Allah knows best. Ibn Kathir knows best. Let's go to Ibn Kathir.
Let's see.
Let's see, Habibi. Let's pull up Ibn Kathir. Yes, yeah, you know, I rarely talk to atheists, Juan.
When I say Allah, Christian be laughing.
Whoa.
That's part of the religion.
Whoa, I'm talking, Habibi. You can't talk over me right now. So, Juan, who gave the super chat, thank you for that. I do sometimes talk to atheists. They're not my main attention. I do get tired of them very quickly, so it's very rare. But I happen to talk to them sometimes, you know. Just give me a second here. Hold on, guys.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's good now. Sorry, guys. So chapter 2, verse 29 and chapter 41, verses 9 to 12.
All right, let me split my
All
screen.
right.
You say the last verse? For what?
Just hold on, bro. Chapter 41, verses 9 to 12. Okay. So first we're going to pull up the tafsir on Ibn Kathir on 229. And he joins it together. He breaks down 229 and breaks down chapter 41 verses 9 to 12 in the same thing. So I'm going to share it on my here with me because I don't feel like switching up everything. All right. Let's see how this works, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Yeah.
So he's breaking it down. He it is who created everything this on the earth. Then he rose up towards the heaven and made them 7 heaven, meaning he turned towards the heaven,
Yeah.
and made them 7 heavens, right?
Yeah. So where he go? He'll go to the
So
heaven and make
let
it
me break
7.
it down. Let's get to the part where he breaks it down, actually. This ayah 229 is explained in detail in Surah Al-Sajjad. Sajda, excuse me, Sajda.
Sajjada. He says so sajjada.
Thank you. So he says that 229 is broken down in detail in chapter 41. So he quotes it, showing how the earth was created in 2 days. How the earth was created in 2 days. He quotes the verse. How everything on it was created in 4 days. Rose towards the heaven while it was still smoke. Said to it and to the earth, come. They said, we come. And then he made the heaven, that smoke, 7 heavens.
Where did he say smoke?
That's chapter 41, verse 9 to 12. He quotes it right there. You're looking at it.
Bro. Okay, let me give you this, bro. Here.
No. Go back to that paragraph. Ibarra. Go back to that paragraph. You see, he quotes the verse. Read the verse. Read what he's quoting in English. Because you said, where does he say smoke? Where does it say smoke? Read it.
You talk about
Dude, don't change anything. Do not change anything. You see that paragraph right there, dude? What's wrong with you? Go down to the English where it says, say, O Muhammad.
Say, O Muhammad.
Go ahead and read that.
He created the heaven in 2 days and set up the river in worship. And then he played there for the earth, mountain above.
Read it clearly so that we can all hear you.
Yeah.
You see where it says the heaven was smoke?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. So the heaven.
Heaven, the summer, like.
So
means he turned back.
So the heaven was not anything yet. The heaven was just smoke.
There was this. Bro, what's heaven now?
Now it's created. Now he fashioned it. But before he did not fashion it. But hold on. Ibarra, do me a favor. Read the next sentence. Read the next line, the next paragraph. Where you start to where Ibn Kathir says these ayat indicate. Go ahead and read that.
He said when the heavens.
No. Break.
It was smoke, right?
Skip down to the next paragraph. Read that.
Okay. This ayat indicates that Allah started creation by creating earth.
Wait.
Then into the heaven.
So how did he start creation?
Bro, okay, listen, bro.
I'm listening.
Let me read again. This ayat indicates that Allah started creation by creating the earth. Then he turned to the heavens into the 7 heavens.
Then he made heaven into 7 heavens. So what did he start creation with? Heaven or the earth?
Creation was on the earth.
No, not what's on the earth. He said these ayat indicate that Allah started creation by creating earth. So what did he? So I'll ask again based off this. What did Allah start creation by? What did he start creating first?
Creation on the earth. He talk about the creation on the earth. The creation on the earth. That's what he's talking about.
And this is why you don't last long here, bro. This is why you don't last long here.
Like it or not, that's what it is, bro.
Okay. So hey, I'm a choose to go with Ibn Kathir. Excuse me, Ibarra. I'm gonna choose to go with Ibn Kathir. You could choose to make up whatever you want. I'm good with Ibn Kathir. And the plain reading of the verse. The plain reading of the verse says Allah created the earth first, then the heaven. This Ibn Kathir says Allah started creation by creating the earth first, then the heavens. So I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Allah, and I'm gonna go with Ibn Kathir. I think I'm on the right side here. You do your thing though.
Bro,
you got it.
I'm in the Kathir. I'm not.
You got it.
I'm with Ibn Kathir too.
Keep scrolling down a little bit. Well, hey, read that header. Read that header. You see that header? What does that header say? What does it say? Read it.
The earth was created before the heaven.
The earth was what?
Created before the heaven.
So what, according to the text, what does Ibn Kathir say was created first?
The earth.
So why are you saying that I lied to your sister?
Because you lied to the sister. You told him that. Listen, bro, let me give you another verse.
No, don't give me nothing else. Was I correct? Yes or no?
No, you wasn't. The way you're saying you was lying.
And that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all, folks. Thank you. That's it. That's all. I don't need another. Look, if you're going to be dishonest here, you're not going to last long. But I have no problem if you come up here. Look, notice the difference, guys. Notice the difference. The first guest, humble, reasonable, willing to talk, handle that gently. Handle that accordingly. The next guest comes off arrogant, a little deceitful, not honest about who he is, things of this nature. And that's how we handle them. And then you're not willing to, you say that I'm lying on your sources when all we did is what, y'all? What did we just do? What did we just do? What did we just do, y'all? Y'all get it. I wish y'all could see the comments on TikTok. Y'all get it. We just read. Read. That's it. We just gonna read. That's it. We just read. We just read. I don't gotta interpret nothing. I don't gotta manipulate nothing. I don't gotta twist nothing.
Bring it out.
We just read. We just read. And it's amazing to me how the Islamic scholars usually agree with what I say. Maybe because, according to Muslims, I'm an Islamic scholar myself. But hey, I mean, that ain't me. That ain't me. I don't know nothing. So, according to this argument here, I hope it was made clear. According to this argument, if scientific accuracies are good enough to prove that the Quran is true, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to fight it. You don't have to prove, oh, wait, no. Okay, I'll give it to you. The Quran gets some scientific things right, and you're saying that is your basis for Islam being true. Fine. So then that means that scientific inaccuracies are good enough to disprove the Quran. And so if there's scientific inaccuracies, that means the Quran is false. No worries. Exhibit A. Chapter 2, verse 29 teaches that the earth was created before the universe, before the heavens. Chapter 41, verses 9 to 12 says the same thing, just in more detail. And Ibn Kathir agrees. The earth was created first, then the heavens. We just read it. We just read it. Life dropping those fire ad-libs. Just read. God bless you, brothers. That's Abe Speak, somebody. Yeah, they said you dropping those fire ad-libs. Oh, man, that's awesome. Jesus is my Lord 72 says, how dare you read exactly what the text says? Ah, de below. Oh, de below. How dare you read the reminder exactly what it says? Oh, de below. Oh, do below. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's see the next guest we got here. Okay, Risk Debater.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
My English is not good.
Sounds pretty good so far.
But I find one good on you. You have logic, huh?
I'm okay.
Okay. Listen, I have one question.
Does it have anything to do with you proving that Jesus is the Messiah? Because that's the topic today.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Is the devil older than Jesus? Is you God, you know?
So it has nothing to do with proving that Jesus is the Messiah?
My question, bro. Is the devil older than Jesus? Yes or no?
Jesus is older than the devil. I think you're saying devil. Jesus is older than the devil. Can you prove to me that Jesus is the Messiah?
How old?
I'm gonna give you another chance, man. I'll go to the next guest.
But you have lied.
Are you able to engage with the subject?
How old was Jesus on
All
the
right.
cross?
Take care of yourself. My God. Guys, you guys got to do better than this, man. Y'all got to do better than this.
Jesus.
Y'all gotta do better than this. Y'all's argument, it's gotten to the point where y'all are asking if Jesus is older than the devil. That's your argument now? Life, relax over there, man. Why are you laughing so hard? This is Islam, y'all. Forget the show me where Jesus said, I am God, worship me. Forget show me where the Bible says Bible. Forget why did Jesus say the Father's greater than I? Now we're at the level, y'all, where we're asking if the devil is older than Jesus. That's where we're at now. That's where we're at. Forget the Son can do nothing of himself. Jesus said he's powerless, see? He submits his will to the Father. No more, if Jesus is God, why did he pray to the Father? Nah. We have gotten to the level where we're asking, is Jesus older than the devil? Is Jesus older than the devil? You got logic, right? You got logic? Logic. You have logic? You don't have logic.
Before he got off, he said, how old was Jesus?
How old was Jesus on the cross? 33? 33? Yo. And what do we say, guys? What do we say? What do we say? If I were to go to someone else, and tell them about what just happened, they would think that I was making this up. But what do I say, y'all? You can't make this up. Oh, to be lost, Shaitana's regime. Thank you for the super stickers, guys. Thank you for the super stickers. All right, let's see, man. Let's see who's next. If you are a Christian, please do not hit the request button. This is only for the Muslims to join. So please, if you are a Christian, if you are a beautiful brother or sister in the faith, I'm asking that you do not hit the request button. So if you're a Christian, please withdraw your request. Please. All right? Please and thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. All right, peace and love. Definitely can't be a Muslim, but we'll see. Peace and love, you're up. Salam alaikum.
Hi. What logic?
How are you?
I'm okay, no complaint, and I think you know me. We did talk.
Oh, you got to back up from your speaker. Did you?
Can you hear me now?
You came on last time?
No, I think last week we were talking together, I think. And I did even embarrass you from my words that I think you don't remember me. So, okay, let's forget it. Let's come to the point. Right?
Okay, so the point is proven that Jesus is the Messiah, my brother.
Okay, bro, if you don't mind, can you open the Luke and show to the people in front of the camera Luke 24 chapter and verse 26?
Is that gonna?
I will be very grateful to you.
That helps you prove that Jesus is the Messiah?
I will try, my guru. Maybe you can see by your eyes, or 4 listeners can see.
Well,
he's talking about the Messiah.
Well, okay. So
please don't waste my time, my guru, because can you open?
Oh, don't waste your time. Okay. I didn't know that I was on your. I didn't know I was on your live show. Excuse me. Pardon me. I didn't know that this was the Peace and Love live stream. But I just want to just interject here, if I may, host. If I may, can I interject here a little bit?
Yes.
The topic that you picked, I see it in the background. The topic you picked is prove Jesus is the Messiah, Muslims. So you're going to Luke. Are you saying, host?
Chapter 24.
If your grace, if I may, your grace. Are you saying that Luke is good and true for us to prove that Jesus is the Messiah, host?
Actually, my brother, to be honest, let me explain to you. Have you ever heard about the 7 wonders of the world?
Your grace, please, if I may, please forgive me. I am asking, and forgive my tongue here, a straightforward freaking question, your grace. So please, host, your grace, please. If you can, do me the honor in answering the question directly. And please forgive my
Yes.
my forwardness.
Yes.
So is Luke good enough? Is it true? And it's good enough to prove that Jesus is indeed the Messiah?
It's not only Luke. I have a lot of verses proof from to John and Matthew. I will give you a lot of bulk of verses from the Bible.
So just to be clear, your grace, and please forgive me for interrupting again.
I think
So you're saying that Luke,
and
you're saying that Luke and Matthew and these accounts, you're saying that this is the gospel. This is true. These are God's revelations that proves that Jesus is the Messiah.
Yeah, and it's all of them is connecting to the 7 wonders. That's why I asked you, do you know about the 7 wonders?
Are you a Muslim?
Have you ever heard? Bro, please.
Are you a Muslim?
Let's come to the topic.
The topic is for Muslims. I need to know, your grace. Please forgive me again.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Thank God I'm a Muslim.
You're a Muslim. Okay. All right, got it. So as a Muslim, you're saying that Luke and Matthew and John and Mark, that these are the gospel, and it's God's revelation. Is that correct?
True. I say that to your topic is prove Jesus is the Messiah.
Muslim.
So I have a lot of the proofs according to the Bible from Hebrew to till last gospel. I will give you the verses. You can read every verses in front of all pupils.
Well, so here's my thing. My brother. Because you don't have to do that. You don't have to. As long, you said that the gospels are true, and that's how we know. That's beautiful. So you recognize that you do not get this information from the Quran. That you're not able to prove from the Quran that Jesus is the Messiah. But you have to go to the gospel to prove that Jesus is the Messiah. Is that correct?
Because you trust gospel more than our Quran. So I have to pick up, and I have to take the books which is you guys believe.
No.
So why should I bring the Quran? Because you guys don't trust on that.
Well,
you guys saying that Islam is the fake, and I have another proofs, even according to the Quran.
So what you're saying is,
I would like to prove through by your own.
I got you, but what you're saying is, so no, because my belief doesn't matter. My belief doesn't matter. My bias here does not matter. It has no weight here. We're talking about proof and evidence. So when you say that you're using what I believe as proof, then are you affirming that what I believe in the Gospels, that those are true and can be used as proof and evidence that Jesus is the Messiah?
Yes, I have a lot of verses through.
No, I don't think you understand the question, my friend.
I can even an Orthodox.
I don't think you understand the peace and love. Your grace, please forgive me. I don't think you understand the question. I'm asking you very simply. What I believe in. You're saying you're using what I believe in as proof, as your proof that Jesus is indeed the Messiah. So are you saying? So are you saying that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are true?
You are twisting my word.
I'm asking. I didn't say you said anything. I'm just asking.
According to your book, according to your scholars that Jesus is Messiah.
Are my scholars Are my scholars truthful?
I think as the God logic, you have to trust on your.
Forgive me, Your Grace. It sounds like you cut out. Host, did you cut out?
Guys, record. Please, everyone, I would like to request 643 people. They must record this conversation.
It's already recorded, my friend. It's on YouTube right now. They're laughing at you, actually.
So let's come to the point, or should I give
Well,
you the
I'm trying to understand. Are you saying, when you say that what I believe in, you're using it as proof, is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John true? Yes or no?
According to you, they are your.
I didn't ask you according to me. I don't determine what truth is. Evidence, facts, and reality determine what truth is. Not my feelings, not my bias. So again, are you saying, when you're using Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John as your proof, are you acknowledging that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are true? Yes or no, Your Grace? Please forgive my forwardness.
But if I am going through by
Your Grace, I'm sorry.
Your
Grace, forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me, Your Grace.
No.
Forgive me, Your Grace. Your Honor, my host, sorry. I did not want to waste your time anymore, so I'm just going to let you go, okay, Your Grace? Forgive me. I know this is your live show, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it short so that I do not waste your time anymore. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, Your Grace. Incredible. We got a super chat from the dude who says earliest Muslims loved the gospel. That's true. They loved the gospel. Matter of fact, they quote John. They quote Mark. Al-Tabari confirmed in his book, Histories of Rasul, on page 115, that Gospel of John is extracted from the Injil. Thank you so much, the dude, for that super chat and that nugget of knowledge, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Guys, do you guys see what was going on there? What was going on there is the Muslim, the host, the one who started this live stream apparently and gave us the topic. I didn't want to waste his time. But he said, that he's going to use what I believe as his proof. He's going to use Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John as his proof that Jesus is indeed the Messiah. So if that's your proof, then you're acknowledging that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are true. So I wanted to ask him. I didn't want to put words in his mouth. I simply asked. So are you affirming that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are true since you're using it as proof that he's the Messiah? And that's where we got stuck. And I began to waste the host's time. So I had to cut that short. All right, let's see who we got next. See who we got next here. I think I remember Striving Muslim.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yeah. So, I see the topic. I just want to understand when you say proof that he's the Messiah, what are you referring here? Like, what do you mean?
Prove that he's the Messiah. Don't just claim it. Prove it. Show me that he indeed is the Messiah, that he meets the messianic qualifications.
Which are?
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Fair enough. So before I answer this, then we have to set a foundation. Okay.
Huh?
The word Messiah. Where do you know where it comes from?
So Messiah, the Hebrew version, I don't, but Al-Masih in Arabic, I do have some understanding of where it is derived from.
Well, so actually, the word Masih is derived from the Hebrew word Mashiach, Messiah. That's where it comes from.
Okay.
So now, when we understand, okay, it comes from the Hebrew, we see where does this word come from? Where do we find its origin? And that's in the scriptures, the Bible. Okay.
Okay.
So when we look into the Bible and we look at the word Messiah, see how it's used, see how it's applied, see what it means, we can see the qualifications of what it means to be the Messiah, the identity of the Messiah, the mission of the Messiah, who he is, what he is, where he's from, where he'll be born, his lineage, things of this nature. All of those things about the Messiah come from the scriptures. Not you don't get this information in Islam. Okay.
Okay, so basically you're saying there's a standard set by the Old Testament here, right?
Yes.
And you want us to use the Quran to show that the Prophet Isa met these standards that were set by the Old Testament.
Well, not really. What it is so the first point, and you're definitely more reasonable than the usual, so I don't have to go through the steps with you. But usually I have to prove the point first that this information is not found in the Quran or the Hadiths. It's found in the Hebrew scriptures. So
the standard for what the Messiah is.
Correct.
Okay.
So the Quran identifies Jesus as the Messiah, but doesn't tell you how or why. It just calls him,
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't tell you like he's the Messiah because of this, or he fulfilled this, he did this, whatever. So, nor does it have any of the messianic qualifications anywhere. Like it doesn't tell you about the Messiah. It just calls Jesus the Messiah. So you have to go back to the previous scriptures to even understand what that even means when you're saying that Jesus is the Messiah. Okay. So that's the first point that needs to be, that's made. Second point is understanding that you cannot prove from Islam, you cannot prove that Jesus is the Messiah. It's impossible. As a Muslim, if you're a Muslim that rejects the previous scriptures, then it is impossible for you to prove that Jesus is the Messiah. All you have is a claim.
Yeah, so you're saying that, if I just understand what you're saying, the first point is that you cannot rely on the Quran to give you what the standard of a Messiah is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go back to the previous scripture to get to understand what it means to be a Messiah.
Yes.
And then the second point is, following that, you are not able to see in the Quran where this standard that has been set out by the previous scriptures being met in the Quran as it describes who Jesus is.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So,
okay.
So as a Muslim, if I'm one of those Muslims that are really hardball and reject the previous scriptures, all I need is the Quran, the Quran is sufficient for me. If all you go by is the Quran and Hadith, I'll grant the Hadith as well, then it is impossible for you to prove objectively that Jesus is the Messiah. All you have as a Muslim is a claim, really a blind claim, only because you believe in the Quran. Jesus is the Messiah. I believe Jesus is the Messiah because the Quran says so. But you don't have any proof that he's the Messiah. So it's just a claim as a Muslim. You need the previous scriptures in order to be able to prove that Jesus is indeed the Messiah. Make sense?
Okay. It does make sense. Just so I understand, the Christian position, is it that they believe he is not the Messiah, or they also believe that he is the Messiah?
Yeah, the Christian position is a definitely heck yes. He is the Messiah. He fulfills the requirements of the Messiah. Now, here's the difference, okay? Because from the Christians, our New Testament, that's where we get Jesus' life, his teachings, where he's born, all this kind of stuff. The Christians, we have Jesus' life, we have the New Testament writing, we have the gospel that shows us, that demonstrates us specifically how Jesus is the Messiah. Not just a claim. It's not just that, oh, Jesus is the Messiah, boom. No, it's Jesus is the Messiah because he fulfilled this from the scriptures. He fulfilled this from the scriptures. He fulfilled this as the Messiah from the scriptures. He, all this kind of stuff. So That's how the New Testament, when it says Jesus is the Messiah, always refers back to the Old Testament, showing how Jesus fulfills the Old Testament passages about the Messiah. But the Quran doesn't. The Quran just says he's the Messiah without showing how.
Okay.
So
I understand that point. I guess now this is now where we have the point of the argument, right? I think you're saying that because the Quran doesn't demonstrate how he is the Messiah, is that why you don't regard it, or is that why it is false?
Well, that's not why. No,
I'm not saying like overall. I'm just saying on this particular issue. Is that why it is wrong, or
So the Quran it's actually right here. You know, I'm not saying the Quran is wrong. It's actually right. It's making a true claim, but it's just a true claim. It doesn't tell you how or why. You can't prove it. It's making a true claim, just it doesn't have proof behind it. But this is established not from the Quran. This truth that Jesus is the Messiah is not established from the Quran. It's established from the previous scriptures. You know, so it's not its own truth. It's pulling this truth from what came before it. Now, here's something important: is that here's the next phase. The next phase is that when we go and look at the qualifications of the Messiah, who he is, what he's supposed to do, his mission, when we actually see what the scriptures say about the Messiah, you'll see that it is a double-edged sword against Islam. When Islam calls Jesus the Messiah, when it identifies Jesus as this figure, it cuts itself, because this figure is Jesus as the Messiah, the messianic figure, goes against Islam. Everything about him goes against Islam.
Okay, so because I'm trying to understand like what is the point of debate here. So you're saying because number one, when the Quran presents the picture of who a Messiah is, it doesn't really explain how he is this Messiah. Because if it did, then it would most likely will have demonstrated the Old Testament version of what the Messiah is, which eventually leads to the Messiah being basically God. I think that's the conclusion, right? Which Islam doesn't affirm.
Say that last part again.
So I'm saying basically.
No, I heard you.
I'm just trying to repeat the last part. So you're saying if you follow through the full Old Testament expectation or criteria for a Messiah, it inadvertently leads you to the conclusion that the Messiah is also God.
Correct.
Or is also divine.
Yes.
Is that the conclusion you want to make?
That's the conclusion. Yes.
Okay. Then I think I'm not clear with what the debate is. The only handicap I will have now is, because I know you are looking to do it from the Quranic perspective, the only handicap now will be that I will have to see the full criteria of a Messiah that leads him to be a divine being before we can. I think that will now be the most important argument. And I know you don't really want to talk about the Bible.
No, I do.
You want to focus on the Quran, right?
No. This entire topic is supposed to lead to the Bible. It's supposed to show the Muslim, like you, I'm sure it's supposed to show you that you need to go to the Bible to see what the Messiah is and show you how it hurts Islam. And that's what I want to do. I want us to go to the Bible and so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. So let me just knock a couple of points off, then we can go into the Bible. So
right.
I think Muslims overall, we do understand that. The first thing is that I think the word Bible is a misnomer here, because we're talking about Old Testament, Torah, Pentateuch, and all that other books that combine to make a Bible. So when we say Bible, I think it's a bit of a misnomer. We need to be focused on the previous scriptures. Now, it's very clear, Muslims, we do not deny the fact that the Quran does not come to disprove or insist that everything in the previous scriptures are wrong. I think you're very clear in understanding that Quran affirms that there have been other scriptures and there have been righteous and right books. So basically the Torah, the Injil, we do not say that these things are wrong. The second thing is, if in the Injil and the Torah, there is a criteria for what a Messiah is, a Muslim doesn't have an issue to dispute or say this is wrong. And then the final point is, I think one of the reasons why you will not find a full description of what a Messiah is in the Quran is because it was not really relevant for the Arabs. The Messiah has always been a Jewish phenomenon, something that they were expecting. And the only reason you see him being mentioned in that particular way, I think as scholars have tried to allude to, is basically to help the Jewish people relate to it, to know that this is the same person that you've met in the past and you've seen, and there's not someone different. So that's why you see different explanations within Islamic paradigm explaining what a Messiah is. But I think the point I'm making is we do not refute whatever comes in the previous scripture. Now, I think the only difference now will be that your expectation or your definition of what the Messiah is and how it leads to divinity. I think that's what is in contention here.
So if the Messiah does turn out, according to the scriptures, as a criteria of his to be divine, then that would show that Islam is false for going against that. By saying that Jesus is the Messiah, you're saying that he's God. And obviously the Quran rejects that Jesus is God. So that's why it's a double-edged sword, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
That was a fair conclusion.
Mm-hmm. So, ready to check out the Bible verses now?
Let's do that.
All right. So the first one.
So if you say Bible, where are we going exactly? Because again, I do not affirm the New Testament. I don't consider the scripture. So where are we going exactly?
We're going to the Tanakh. We're going to the Old Testament.
Which part of the Tanakh?
The Tanakh, yes. The Old Testament.
Which part of it? Because you know the Tanakh is a combination of
Isaiah.
the Pentateuch, right?
Prophet
and
Isaiah.
The series of the prophets.
Prophet Isaiah.
Okay, so we're going into the prophets because again, I want to be clear that we know the Tanakh is 2 books technically. The Torah, which is the 5 books that we believe was revealed by God, even though not fully preserved, and then the prophet, acts of the prophet, which is what the prophets relate, which you do not affirm or deny.
Yeah, no.
So
the Tanakh, my friend, the Tanakh is
accept the book.
No, my friend. The Tanakh is made up. The Tanakh is made up of more than just 2 books. The Torah itself is made up of 5 alone. The Torah is in the Tanakh. The Tanakh is the entirety of the Old Testament. That's what the Tanakh is. You have the Torah, you got the major and minor prophets, you got, all these different sections. The Psalms and the Proverbs, the wisdom literature.
Psalms, right? Yes.
Yeah, the wisdom
right.
literature.
So that's the three aspects of it, right? The Torah, the 5 books, then the acts of the prophet, the minor and the major ones, and then the Proverbs and the Psalms and the rest, right?
Yeah, as well as the history of the kings and stuff. So
okay.
So what we're going
is those 3 categories that we have.
So we're using the prophets.
Affirm that the Torah is what is revealed.
So we're using
the
prophets.
I think you also agree with that.
Can you hear me?
From God. That's what we also
I don't think you
believe,
can hear me. You got a bad connection. But can you hear me good? Because it shows that you have a red bar.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, but there might be a delay on your end because it's like we're talking at the same time. But so it's okay. Prophet Isaiah. We're going to Prophet Isaiah. Prophet Isaiah. And this is what he says of the Messiah. Chapter 9, verses 6 and 7. Okay. So it says, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end. On the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and with righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. So the son that's being born to us is identified as God himself and the Father of eternity. That's Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 and 7. If you are off the app, my brother, I can't hear you if you're talking. Yeah, I know that you're probably looking at the verse right now yourself. So
I was sorry. I wasn't speaking. I was just trying to follow the verse because I was reading I've been reading the book of Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying because it says that a child is born who will be with all the criteria there.
Mm-hmm.
That means whoever that is divine, right?
Yes, it literally calls him the mighty God and the Father of eternity.
Okay. Well, why is that then the criteria for a Messiah?
Well, it's saying that
the Hebrew mentioned that as Messiah.
Yeah, it's saying that that's who it is. That's who he is. The son that's being born to us, the son that's being given, who rules, who's the king and ruler of Israel, the Messiah, the anointed one. He is the mighty God, the Father of eternity.
Yeah. What I'm we're trying to establish what the criteria is for a Messiah,
mm-hmm.
and this sounds like a prophecy of someone. Which again, I'm not disputing what the prophecy is. I'm just trying to establish what the criteria for a Messiah is.
Yeah. So basically, what we're doing is we're going to the messianic passages where it foretells the Messiah coming, right? And it gives us details about him. So this is one of them, that he's a son that's going to be born to us in human form, right? But he's also identified as God himself and the Father of eternity, who will rule on the throne of David forever. So it's giving us these details about him. So that's who this is who the Messiah is and what he will do. This is part of it. This isn't all. There's a bunch more, but this is just a small section.
Okay, so we're not establishing what it means to be a Messiah. We're just saying whoever is a Messiah will also have to be all these other things.
Well, no,
is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is that the word Messiah means anointed one. The word Messiah means anointed one. It's actually used in a lot of places. But there's the Messiah, the particular Messiah, who is the ruler of, it gives us descriptions about him, the specific Messiah, right? Who is God in the flesh and is born in a certain place, descends from a certain lineage when he is born, and things of this nature. Things he will do, redeem mankind, rule and judge, all of these things. This is who the Messiah is, and these details, whoever claims to be the Messiah has to fit these details.
Okay, because I think I'm mixing the things up here. If you would mind clarify, because what I thought we were doing, because you remember what we said earlier was that the Quran does not lay out a criteria of what it means to be a Messiah.
Yeah,
it doesn't give us any of that detail. It just says he is a Messiah. It doesn't give us a detail that what it means to be a Messiah. And you're saying that for us to know what it means to be a Messiah, you have to go back to the old previous scriptures.
Correct.
And I thought we were trying to establish that what it means to be a Messiah. But it seems to me what you're saying is you've already jumped to what it means to be a Messiah to say whoever is that Messiah will also have to fit these other criteria, these other titles.
Yeah. So
if you are the Messiah, then you are also these other things.
Yeah.
It seems that's what we're doing
right now.
So
if you're the Messiah, if you are the Messiah, according to the scriptures, then you are these things. Boom, boom, these points, these details about the Messiah, that's who you are. If you are not these things, then you're not the Messiah. It's like,
But I don't understand how we're saying this is the Messiah, which means you can have other anointed people, right?
Yes.
If they follow the criteria of being a Messiah.
There are other anointed ones, yes. But then there's the anointed one who's anointed to be ruled. Yes.
But so I think this is where my confusion is coming from. why are we linking this other criteria to being a Messiah? Because it's not linked, right? You can be a Messiah and not fall under this particular criteria.
Maybe I'm not being like totally clear. I don't know. So the Messiah has particular requirements and identifications, identity markers. The Messiah. So this specific Messiah, the ruler, he's ruler of Israel. He has all these details about him. That's who it is to be the Messiah. Okay? Has specific qualifications and details about him that make him the Messiah. The Messiah. Okay? So when you have the Messiah that has these specific details, like, for example, the Messiah is supposed to be, and I'll show you these scriptures. The Messiah is supposed to be born in Bethlehem. The Messiah is supposed to be born of a virgin. The Messiah is supposed to be the ruler of Israel. The Messiah is supposed to be born from the lineage of Judah, the tribe of Judah, a descendant of David specifically. Okay? So you have these requirements of the Messiah. These details fit who the Messiah is. So the person that you identify as the Messiah has to fit those criteria, has to fit those requirements.
Okay. So it seems to me that we're saying that there is this figure who fits all these criteria, and this person is the Messiah. So it's a case of a chicken and the egg, right? It's not that if you are the Messiah, then you are this person. It is if you are this person with all these other features, then you are the one being talked about, the one Messiah. Because we just said that there can be more different other Messiahs, like based on the criteria of being a Messiah. So what we're now saying is the one that's being talked about here is the one that has met all these other criteria, and that particular person is divine. Not because he's a Messiah, but because he fits every other criteria. Would that be a good summation?
Correct. He fits the requirements of the Messiah that's described.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay. So, well, just going back to the topic, I don't see why, if we affirm that Jesus is a Messiah, that then we have to also accept that he is the Messiah.
Well, your Quran says that he's the Messiah.
It leads to that conclusion.
Well, because your Quran says that he's the Messiah, not a Messiah. It recognizes him as Al-Masih, the Messiah. So it's identifying him as this figure, the Messiah. That's talked about in the scriptures.
If you look at the verses, it calls him Masih al-Dajjal. It doesn't always say Al-Masih al-Dajjal. So it doesn't always say Al-Masih Isa ibn Maryam. It says Masih Isa ibn Maryam, which is a title. Now, if you look at the way it is describing, whenever it describes Dajjal, it's Al-Masih al-Dajjal. He is described as the Messiah, the Antichrist, basically.
The false
so
Messiah.
So the Al that you're calling that will translate to
the false Messiah.
Not being used for
Dajjal is
Jesus.
false. The false Messiah. He's identified as the false Messiah, while Jesus is identified as the true Messiah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm trying to just make a reference to the, which is what will say this is the one. And I'm saying in the Quran, it does not refer to Jesus as the Messiah.
Yes, it does.
It refers to him as a Messiah.
No, it doesn't. It refers to him as the Messiah.
Do you want to check the verses?
Sure. Let's see here. Let's pull up the verses here. All right, so we have chapter 4, verse 171.
Yeah.
Al-Masih, Jesus, son of Mary, was a messenger.
So you're saying chapter what? Chapter 4?
Chapter 4, verse 171.
I'll just stop up to go and check the verse, please.
Okay. Guys, make sure you guys hit the like button on YouTube. If you're here listening on TikTok, go ahead and like the screen, tap the screen. Let's get up to 100,000 likes. We're at 91,000. Let's get up to 100,000 likes, y'all. Let's go ahead and do that. Watching on YouTube, let's get these likes up as well, man. Let's go ahead and 434 that like button. I know that you guys know the drill here. So if you don't secretly kiss that stone, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't play games with it. Don't play games with it, baby.
Okay. So in this particular verse, it is the verse is talking to the people of the book, and it is referring to Jesus as the Messiah that you know.
Yep.
But if you look at chapter 2, verse 49, it doesn't, when it is referring to him as his title, it doesn't call him the Messiah. It just calls him Messiah Jesus.
Yeah, you asked me to show you
the Messiah,
my friend.
It is just showing that there is the one that they know as the Messiah.
No, it doesn't say that. My friend, stop. It doesn't say that. Let's be honest with the text. It doesn't say that. It just explicitly says, calls him the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary. It identifies him as the Messiah. You asked me to show you where it does that, and I gave it to you. So we don't. I'm really hoping that we don't have to be fixated on this. If we could just be honest to the text and move on, let's move on, because it's right there. There's nothing to argue with here, right?
Okay, but what do you now do with the other 10 places where he's not called the Messiah?
Those other places where the al is not there doesn't negate the fact that he is identified as the Messiah, which is what we were talking about. So you told me to show you where. I showed you where.
No, but what you are saying is the Quran identifying as the, in the same context that you are saying that there is a the Messiah, the one and only that has been talked about in this particular context.
According to the Quran, there's only one Messiah.
That way.
Yeah, according to the Quran, there's only one Messiah.
So that's why I go into the Quran, because the Quran, that's not the position of the Quran, that there's only one Messiah.
Here's the point. From the Quran, there's only one Messiah. And from the biblical narrative, there is only one specific Messiah who's anointed to do a particular thing, has a particular identification, right? That's who it's talking about. Not just simply, because Messiah just simply means, the word itself just means anointed one. You have anointed priests, you have anointed kings, things of this nature. Kings and priests are called messiahs and stuff like that, or people that God chose to do a particular thing. However, you have the Messiah who is anointed specifically and identified specifically with specific qualifications and criteria. The Quran only acknowledges one as the Messiah. So when the Quran only acknowledges one as the Messiah, we know it's identifying him as the Messiah here, bro. So there's nothing, we cannot deny it, man. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not about denying it, it's about using the right wordings. Because if you see the Quran only identifies one Messiah, it's like it talks about other Messiahs, but doesn't acknowledge that they are Messiahs. But the fact is,
wait, what? The Quran doesn't talk about any. The Quran doesn't talk about other Messiahs.
Yes. So, but when you say that the Quran does only one Messiah, it's not like it's talk about others that it refuses to acknowledge that they are Messiahs. So we have to be clear that it's not like it is exclusivity about there's only one Messiah.
No, it is.
No, it just happens that it talks about only one of them.
No, it's exclusive. Only Jesus, according to Islam. Excuse me. Only Jesus is the Messiah according to the Quran and your Hadith. Nobody else is the Messiah, bro. Nobody else.
That's the point I'm trying to make. If you say in that fashion, it's like you're saying the Quran only acknowledges that of all the other messiahs that would have existed, this is the only one that is recognized as the Messiah, which is not right.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying in the Quran. Okay. It's simple. I do not know where we're missing it. It's so simple. There's only one Messiah in Islam. Nobody else is a Messiah, period. This title only belongs to Jesus. This identification only belongs to Jesus according to Islam. Period. Now, when you identify him as this figure, you have no proof or reasoning from that from Islam. You got to go to the previous scriptures. We already got past that. So when you have the Quran in multiple places that identifies only Jesus as the Messiah, not just one time does it say the Messiah, identifies him as the Messiah. In, like, for example, in chapter 9, verse 31, where he says the Jews say that Ezra is the son of Allah. The Christians say Al-Masih, the Messiah, is the son of Allah. It doesn't say the Messiah, Jesus. It says the Messiah. It doesn't even give him the name. They already know who it's talking about. The Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. There's only one, man. There's only one particular one. And when you identify him as the Messiah, that's where the trouble comes. Because you're identifying him as this figure who came, who is God being born in the flesh.
Okay. I think, so basically everything you've said, I wouldn't disagree with it. I completely agree. The only issue I'm having with it is you are using the fact that there's only one Messiah mentioned to mean that the Quran is affirming that there is the Messiah that is supposed to fit this other criteria, and that's why it is limited to talking only about this particular one. Would that be an accurate representation of your point?
No, the accurate representation of my point is that Jesus is identified as the Messiah in the Quran. We know who the Messiah is. The Messiah has particular qualifications. Excuse me. The Messiah, excuse me. The Messiah has particular criteria and qualifications. My friend, like, you saying that you agree with what I'm saying, but somehow we're at a standstill. Like, why are we stuck here? Why are we stuck?
The reason we're stuck is because whatever we agree here links back to the verse you just quoted from Isaiah, that the Messiah fits every other thing that's mentioned there. And we need to agree that these two things are correlating, is accurate.
What do you mean? That it's about the Messiah. That's the correlation. The Messiah is this, the son who's given, being born, the mighty God, Father of eternity, who rules on the throne of David. That's who the Messiah is. The Quran says that Jesus is the Messiah. So it's identifying him as this figure.
Wait, so we've just undid something we've already clarified and agreed on, which is mixing what it means to be a Messiah and then the Messiah. We've just
my friend, I'm sorry, man. I do not know where else to go with you with this. It looks like we're going in circles. We're going in circles.
Yeah.
So
if you just allow me, just make one conclusion summary, and then you can let me go.
Yeah, okay.
Because I have to drop off.
Go ahead.
So I think the topic was to prove that he is the Messiah that is being prophesied about. And I think we had a conversation to say, first of all, establish what it means to be a Messiah, then look at what the prophecy is. And my contention is there is no exclusivity of messiahs in the Quran such that it will lead us to acknowledge that whatever is being talked about in that particular prophecy is what is being referenced by the Quran, which is to say that if the Quran limits the usage of Messiah to only one person, it is doing so because it expects that this particular person fits this particular prophecy. That's my condition. And that's why I wanted to establish the understanding of what it means to have only one person referred to as the Messiah.
Can you show me anywhere else where in your Quran or your Hadith where it identifies anyone else as a Messiah?
Okay, I think I don't want to get into it because you'll accuse me of going back and forth on the issue. But what I'm trying to see on this particular point you're saying...
I heard what you said. You just said that the Quran... Excuse me. I heard what you said. You said that the Quran does not use the Messiah exclusively. You're just saying that it identifies a particular Messiah that it's talking about. So forget the fact, we're throwing out the fact that the Quran calls Jesus the Messiah, which is exclusive. But you're saying, oh, well, it's just talking about a particular Messiah. not that he is exclusively the Messiah. So I want something that shows me from Islam, Quran, Hadith, whatever you want to use, that there is somebody that is a Messiah other than Jesus, since it's not exclusive according to the Quran and Hadith. You should be able to show me that.
The Dajjal is referred to as Al-Masih.
No, he's not. He's referred to as the false Messiah. If you're a false Messiah, are you a true Messiah?
There is not a difference between the false and the true. The title Messiah is given to
my friend,
Jesus.
I got you. That's where I gotta close it. All right, but thank you for being respectful, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, take care. There's no difference between a false and a true Messiah.
You should have heard my live stream yesterday. Worse than that.
There's no difference between a true and a false Messiah.
We gotta let that sink in, bro. What? The lengths they will go.
What am I supposed to do? What am I guys? Y'all help me. Maybe y'all come sit in this seat and tell me how y'all supposed to handle that. Y'all tell me what y'all supposed to do here, man. There's no difference between true and false Messiah, man. Y'all come sit in this seat and y'all tell me how y'all supposed to handle that. What y'all supposed to say to that, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, man. But I will give him, like he was respectful and everything. So solid in that area for sure. I have nothing bad to say about him character-wise at all. But man, the reasoning though. The reasoning there, I have to say objectively, was lacking. But there's no difference between a true and false Messiah. All right, Chris.
What's up, Salam Abasi, my brother?
What's happening?
I have to announce a few things here. First off, everybody that's here on TikTok, we're at 114,000 likes. We have over 550 people in this live stream right now. I think within 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, we can get this up to 150,000 likes. Come on, y'all, 150,000 likes. Give it up for Logic. Come on, y'all. He's been giving us some awesome content to be viewing tonight. Come on. Now, I also snuck on over to your YouTube as well. They're starting to hit it a little bit more, but come on, everyone over on YouTube, you know the drill. You smash that like button. You 434 that like button. Treat it like you fear disobedience.
That's right.
Because if you don't, we know you secretly kiss that black stone. I just wanted to come up and let everybody know what's going on. They need to like in here on TikTok, and they also need to like over on YouTube, brother.
Amen. Yep, go ahead, guys. Support the content, man. Support the content. More likes, the better it is in the algorithm, and more people come in through. But it's good to see all of you guys in here, man. We got over 700 people on the YouTube. So go ahead, man. We should be way over 700 likes at least. And then we have here, y'all do y'all's thing on TikTok. I don't really know if the likes on TikTok affect anything. I do not know. I don't know if it's effective or not, but
It's probably getting out on more for you pages and everything else like that. But I think that you've been cooking yourself tonight, brother. I think that I'm just going to let you cook yourself tonight. I'm going to drop back down, but I just wanted to come up and I just want to let everybody know that because I did see the difference between viewership and likes over on YouTube. Nobody was addressing that up here. And I noticed that we're trying to hit 150,000. People ended up slowing down on their tapping on that screen. Now we're up to 141,000. That's right. Salam al-Masid, each and every one of you down in the chat there. Even the Muslims that are getting us up to 150K. And God bless you, brother. This is an awesome stream tonight.
Thank you. Take care. Love you, Chris. It's my road dog. All right. For some reason, this Kaffir wanted to come up and say something. What do you want, man?
Oh, snap.
Yes, we're live.
Bro, I was trying to order takeout. How I end up, man.
Get out of here.
Man.
Man, I was trying to order some pizza, man. How I get up here?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And real talk though, that was fuck that last 10 minutes. I just hopped on for a second. That was funny, man. There's no difference between the false Messiah and the real Messiah. That's wild.
That's wild. New things 2024, big. Hey guys, matter of fact, what we need to do, because we're gonna tally this up this year about the worst things or the funniest things that we hear from Muslims throughout the year. Okay, so 2024, so far we got that there's no difference between a false Messiah and a true Messiah. There's no difference. Yeah, so y'all remember that. Let's mark this down. Somebody who's marked, let's get somebody that jots this stuff down so that we can pull it up later in the year and remember this stuff when we do our award ceremony.
Man, last night I was cooking on this topic too. And shout out to you and Travis, because you guys a while ago brought these arguments. And last night I decided to test it out because it's hilarious, bro. Honestly, they can't go anywhere. But bro, I got this Muslim he said two things. He said Al-Masih that was given to Isa is just a nickname. For one, I swear, bro, I promise you, because I'm gonna post it. It's hilarious. And then the other thing he said, honestly, I could be the Messiah. Really, if Allah really wanted me to be the Messiah, I could be the Messiah.
You have to pull that out. You have to.
I swear to you, bro.
You have to pull that out.
DJ was there and Study was there, bro. Like, they heard it.
You seriously have to pull that out and put it up, like, so I can share it and see it, because I have to see that for myself. Because I'm gonna say you're making this up,
bro. For all the people, because I think there's some people in the chat that were there. Please put a 1 if I'm telling the truth, bro. What ends up happening is, and I'm starting to learn this slowly, like more and more, just let them talk. Just let them talk and follow them. Wherever they go, accommodate them, and then just ask questions. Yeah. Use the Socratic method and just ask questions, bro.
Wow, looks like you got some witnesses
every single time.
Look like you got some witnesses in the comments section, man.
Bro, it was hilarious, bro.
Wow.
And
all
then your cousin came up last night too.
Oh, did
he? Yeah, Ahmed Qureshi.
Get out of here. Get the heck out of here, man. I knew not to give you a platform, give you a stage to spout your nonsense. I knew it. And that's on me for going against my discernment, for not practicing the fruit of the Spirit by letting you up on Amen Podcast. That was the Amen Podcast for those on YouTube who do not know and recognize that voice. That was Amen Podcast, the Kaffir. You also have Muslims. Muslims are Mumins in 2024. You also have Muslims are Mumins. Mumins. All right, let's see the next guest here. Mumin. We are Muslim. We are not Mu'minin. Mu'minim.
All right.
007.
What's
Welcome
going
back.
on? God Logic.
Welcome back.
Doing
Welcome
good?
back.
All right. So yeah, I was listening to the previous conversation that you had with the Muslim guy.
Yep.
Who agreed with you that in Quran there is we, like both Christianity and Islam, we have an agreement that the Messiah is Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only disagreement that we obviously gonna have is in the divinity of Jesus.
Why?
Okay, so this is what because because I was listening to you when you were referring to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, which indicated the prophecy. But which one you want to start with? Do you want to start with the 7:14 or you want to start with the 9:6?
9:6.
Okay, so obviously the actual how can I say it? Like the actual translation of the Hebrew word is not what is being written in the King James Version. It's a completely mistranslated.
It's actually exactly what the Hebrew says. It's exactly what it is. I can put it on the screen for you if you want to look at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, well, for me to put it on the screen, I would have to take. I'm at a very intricate points of the live. I got to have it a certain way, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it on the screen for you, but it's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but basically, because I was checking out a rabbi called Tuvia Singer. I don't know if you ever come across his name.
Of course I have. He's a heretic.
I mean, that's what you would say. But his translation of the accurate Hebrew word is not actually what is written in the NIV or in King James.
Yeah, it's actually a lie. And it's amazing that you're using like someone who rejects Jesus as the Messiah as your authority.
I mean, I will not reject him because according to the Jewish understanding of the word Messiah, again, it doesn't have any divinity in it.
No, again, like I said, the fact that you are relying on people that go against your Messiah as even being the Messiah, they call him a false prophet, a Messiah, and say that he's burning in dung. That you use these people as your authority is incredible to me. But
I do understand what you say here, but
let's see here. Let's see here with the Hebrew. So, for a child is born to us. Okay. A son is given.
Yeah.
Unto us will be the government upon
his shoulder.
Yep. And will be called his name Pele, which is wonderful. Counselor, Yahweh. El Gibor, mighty God.
Yeah.
That's literally the Hebrew. It's exactly how
That's
it
good.
is.
That's good. I appreciate you sharing the screen here. So the accurate translation of this verse is as following. For a child will be born for us. A son will be given to us. And the symbol of the authority will be upon
Wait. Show me where it says symbol of authority in the Hebrew. Where does it say that here?
So let me see if I can share my screen here.
No, my friend.
Yeah.
I have the Hebrew right here. Can you show me the word symbol or authority? Can you show me those words in the Hebrew?
No. What I'm trying to say exactly in this verse here, that this verse was twisted, in the NIV and in King James Version.
007. I heard your argument. You don't even have to repeat it. So now what we're doing is we're attacking the claim. So you're claiming that what you're reading is an accurate translation of the real Hebrew. So show me, because we got the Hebrew right here. Show me in the Hebrew. I'm looking at it. Show me the Hebrew word symbol of his authority.
Yeah. So what you're doing right now from this section here, this verse itself was misinterpreted, like it was mistranslated.
I do not care about interpretation. I do not care about bias. I do not care about whose understanding is better than or whose understanding is faulty. I only care about the actual text. So how I do things, I read the text as it is. You're saying that the text in the English translations is wrong in our Bible, but however, you're reading a correct English translation of the Hebrew. So easily what you should do is show me in the Hebrew the word symbol. Where is this?
So as I told you, I have the verse here in Hebrew, which does not match what is written in.
So show me the word, dude. Is it? Am I hard? Is this tough? Show me the word symbol in the Hebrew in this verse.
Okay. What I'm saying to you right now, and by the way, like I want this to be a respectful conversation. What I'm saying in this verse here, that this verse that you're quoting from the NIV or James,
this isn't the NIV. What again?
No.
What is wrong with you? This is not the King James version. This isn't the NIV version. This is the Hebrew interlinear. This isn't one of these versions that you're trying to accuse is wrong. This is the Hebrew interlinear. It has the Hebrew, and then it has the English breakdown of it. But forget the English. Show me the word in Hebrew symbol.
Yeah. So that as I told you, like I have it here on my screen, but like because I'm not sure which Bible or which website that you're checking this translation.
So show me the word symbol in the Hebrew that you're look, bro. We got the Hebrew on the screen, right? Here are the Hebrew words. Which one of these words in the verse is symbol?
Yeah. Okay. Can I at least read the entire verse and then we can digest everything?
You can read your paraphrase. Go ahead, and then give me the answer to what I'm asking, please, respectfully.
Okay. So it says here, "For a child will be born for us, a son will be given, and the authority on his shoulder, and the wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, and the Eternal Father will call his name Prince of Peace."
Yeah, that's a paraphrase, not a translation.
So this is the exact definition of this verse right here.
Okay, yeah. Now show me in the Hebrew where it says this.
Okay, so did you understand what I mean right now?
I heard what you did. Now show me that it's accurate to the Hebrew. Go ahead.
No, but what I mean is this, you're referring to this
007. Show me the word symbol in the Hebrew.
It's in the original Hebrew.
I'm looking at the Hebrew. We have it right here. Show it.
Yeah, but which was twisted.
Show me the word Hebrew. Show me the word symbol.
No, it was already twisted. Like the meaning itself was twisted. You know what I mean? Like you can't pick a verse.
Not doing it. I choose me. I choose me. I choose me. I choose me, guys. Not doing it. Nope. Not doing it. Here's the crazy thing is, I give you guys the benefit of the doubt. I give you guys the benefit of the doubt. I let you guys make your case. I let you guys make your claim. And then I give you guys a chance to prove it. And when you show me the dishonesty of your tactics, you're not gonna stay on here long. It's just not gonna happen. I know exactly what you're reading. I know the paraphrase that you're reading. I'm familiar with, we know your arguments, Muslims. There's nothing that you're going to bring here that's new. Nothing. You challenge the Hebrew, you saying that we have the wrong rendition of the verse? Okay, here's the Hebrew. Show it to me. Point out to me what you're reading word for word. Show it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So, I hope that you guys come prepared and ready. When you bring up your claims, when you bring it up, go ahead and tell me. Be ready to show your proofs for your claims and stuff. We're not going to be playing games. It's tough, but guys, it's anything to go against Jesus. We know how it is. Anything to go against Jesus. Let's see. Let's do a couple more, and then we'll get on out of here. I doubt this one will last long. Big Mo, it's on you. It's on you, man. Going once, going twice. Big Mo, Big Mo. And you're right. Oh, you're on. Let's see here. Intelli.
Oh, finally. What's going on?
What's going on?
Many things I want to talk about today.
Okay.
Where shall I start?
By proving
we were
that you
talking about the creation. Can I?
No. That was a little sidebar, a little side quest. The main topic is proving that Jesus is the Messiah.
Shall I give you verses from the Quran about the Jesus being the Messiah?
You can if you want. I know it claims that. I'm not asking for the claims. I'm asking for the proof that he's the Messiah.
The proof is in the Quran. I have many verses here. I got Quran 3:45 and the Quran 157.
Those are just claims. Does it tell you what Messiah is or what it means?
Your Bible does not tell you what Messiah is and what it means. If you want to talk about Messiah, let's talk about Mashiach. It's a Hebrew word. So why don't you look at the Hebrew understanding of the word Mashiach?
Where does the word Mashiach come from?
Mashiach?
Where does it originate?
Mashiach or Masih? You talk about Masih, Arabic Masih?
That's the same word. The Messiah derives from Mashiach. Where does Mashiach? Where does it originate?
No, Masih does not derive from Mashiach. I don't know where you get this from.
I got it from your scholars and from your
My scholars never said that.
Your Arabic
My scholars never
dictionaries.
said that.
Really?
Masih has an Arabic word. Mashiach is a Hebrew word. I understand that they're both Semitic languages and they do have many common root words, but it does not mean that one came from the other. They both developed around the same demographic and yes, of course, you see coinage and borrowing from one language to another, especially when they're sister languages. But the word Masih in Arabic came from the word masaha, means to wipe or to anoint.
Where do you get that from?
Meaning.
Where do you get that from? It means to wipe or anoint.
This is Arabic.
No.
It's Arabic.
Where do you get that from?
Yeah. Masih is on the derived from the root word masaha, which means to wipe.
So
okay?
masaha and Masih are not the same word, correct?
No. Masaha is the root word. Okay, so basically,
so
in Arabic,
masaha and Masih are not the same word.
Masaha, Masih is derivative from masaha.
Okay, that's
so basically. I'll explain to you something just for future reference.
Who told you that? Who told you that Masih is derived from masaha?
Yes. So
who told you that?
This is Arabic. This is basic, simple Arabic.
So let's see here. So when I read what your scholars say about the word Masih or masaha, they give me different things. They give me different things. I'll give it to you.
No problem.
They give me different things about what it says here. So you have Al-Tabari says, it is said that it is because when he wiped or touched the sick with his hands, they were healed. That's what Tabari says.
This is one of the understanding of the word Masih.
But you said it's to be wiped or to anoint.
Yes, exactly.
So Al-Tabari doesn't say that.
I'm sorry?
Al-Tabari doesn't say that.
He does says the same exact thing. As I
No,
told
he
you,
doesn't.
the word Masih is a derivative from the word masaha, which means to anoint or to wipe, or to actually travel lands.
So you see all these. Very good. Now, so you see all these differences in what your scholars say what the word means because they don't know.
There is no differences. The Arabic
you just gave me 3 of them.
One second, please. Arabic language is a very rich language, and one word can mean different things. And we have many names for the same word. For example, let me explain to you. In Arabic, for example, we have more than 300 names for the lion. You understand? This is how rich the Arabic language is. For example, in English, you only have 2 or 3 names for the lion. You understand? In Arabic, we have almost 300 names for the lion. We have more than 37 names for the sword. You understand? We have more than 12 names.
Intelli, that's enough. That is enough. Goodness gracious. So you guys are literally like the kings of the lawful.
No problem.
Dude.
It's just for education.
So dude, what you just gave me, your scholars defer on what Masih even means. Excuse me, let me finish what I'm saying. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So your scholars say it means to travel. Other scholars says it means to wipe. Other scholar means it means to touch. But really, wipe what? Some scholars say wiped because being wiped meaning purified. Others say wiped because he wiped the land because he traveled a lot, or wiped meaning anointed with oil. They all are giving these different interpretations of what Masih means because they don't know. This is why there is no consensus on this.
Can I say something? That's what you're saying right now is incorrect. It's not one scholar says it means this, and one scholar means that. No.
Yes, it is.
Agree on all meanings, because like I told you, the word Masih is an Arabic word, and these scholars that you mentioned know and very, very, very profound in the Arabic language. Do you know what word Masih means? You understand? Word Masih simply, I'm not talking about religiously here. Masih simply in Arabic, again, it derives from the word masaha, means to anoint or to wipe or to travel, to travel land, and therefore Masih.
So which one is it?
Anointed. Actually, the word Masih actually carries all these meanings. There's no problem. You
understand? I understand that your scholars don't know what it means, and so they keep giving off these different interpretations of what it means because they do not know. All your scholars say something different about it.
Why are you saying that?
Excuse me, Intelli. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So when thank you. So stop talking while I'm talking. Then, if I'm excused. So when you have the scholars. If I have to do this again, I'm going to just mute you. If I have to mute you again, I'm just going to have to throw you down.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I said
no. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
We always have the same problem, man.
I know. I know we do. I'm trying. We can't have a conversation with you interrupting me.
I let you speak. You interrupted me, and it was my time to speak.
No, I didn't know. No.
Wait.
Thank
you. Go ahead. No problem.
So when your scholars all say different things about it, you see I'm talking again. Do it again. You're going on mute. Do it again. You're getting out of here.
I waited too long. I've been here in your life for more than an hour. I'm waiting for you to talk to you.
Thank you.
Again, I'm talking to you and you're muting me.
All right.
My friend. I waited here for you live.
Get out of here. You're going to wait some more. Keep waiting. You're going to wait some more. You're going to wait some more. Go ahead if you want. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. Choosing me. Choosing me, man. Okay. I'm about to show you guys something. Moomin submitters. I'm going to show you guys something. Notice the magical language of Arabic is so magical that one word can have 100 different meanings. 100 different meanings. So magical. Is it now? That's the thing with dealing with these guys. The magical Arabic. MashaAllah. The name of the Messiah in the Quran is Isa, which is an Arabized form of the Hebrew name Yesu. Yesu. There's a particular article where they give the scholars, I'm looking for this right here. I want to show you guys this. It's amazing how they're quoting the gospel. Here it is. Let me show this on the screen so that y'all don't think that we just playing. Let's show you what your scholars say about the word Messiah. Here we go. Look at this, guys. All of these differences. He said that there's no difference of opinion among the scholars, but then said that they give different meanings, but then said they're not different. Ash-Shakani said, there is a difference of opinion concerning the origin of the word Messiah. It was said that it comes from the word Masa, because he wandered in the land, Masaha. So wandering in the land. He traveled in it and never settled in any one place. That's when somebody says Masih means or Masaha means. Not white, not anointed, but wandering in the land. Because they don't know what it means. And it was said that he did not touch Yamsa, any afflicted person, but that he was healed. Therefore, he was called Masih, one who touches. We're just going to read. We're just going to read. So we got to wander the land. We got to touch. Two different meanings now. Let's keep going. According to these two views, the word is an active participle. Two views. Wait, I thought they don't disagree. I thought they have the same meaning. Huh? According to these two views, the word is an active participle. And it was said that it is because he anointed himself with oil with which the prophets anointed themselves. That's another meaning. We got wandering in the land, we got touching, and we got anointing himself. Anointing himself. Let's keep going. And it was said that it is because, watch this, guys. This is, man, alhamdulillah. It is because the bottom of his feet was flat. Mamsu. So, Masih because he's flat-footed. Masih because he wandered the land. Masih because he touched people. He's the one who touches. Masih because he anointed himself with oil. 4 different meanings that do not correlate with each other. No, but they all agree with each other. We just gonna read. We just gonna read. Let's keep going. Or because beauty touched him. Or because he was anointed, Musiha, by purification from sin. So, because he was beautiful, it's called Masih. Because he is purified of sin, has no sin. That is also an opinion of what it means. According to these 4 suggestions, the word is a passive participle. So 6 altogether. Abu Hatim said, the Masih is the opposite of al-Masih. Ibn al-Arabi said, the Masih is the Sadiq, the strong, the honest, the truthful. Abu Ubaid said, the origin, watch this, guys, because the guy said that it doesn't originate in the Hebrew. Abu Ubaid said, the origin of this word in Hebrew is Mashiach, which was Arabized, as the name Moshe was Arabized to Musa. Isa is a non-Arabic name. Ooh. It was also suggested that it is an Arabic name derived from the verb yasu, yasuhu, meaning he managed affairs. So, according to your scholars, Abu Ubaid said the origin of the word Masih in the Hebrew is Mashiach, which was Arabized. So the word Mashiach, the Hebrew word Mashiach, was Arabized into Masih. So what the heck are you talking about? The word Masih does not originate from the Hebrew word Mashiach. Your scholars said this. Stop lying, man. Cut it out. And so when we see that Masih is an Arabized version of the word Mashiach in the Hebrew, where do we go to see where the origin of this word is? The scriptures. And when we look at the scriptures and we look at who the Mashiach is, who the Masih is, we see that he is the mighty God, the Father of eternity, who's born in the flesh, days from everlasting, pre-existent, eternal, to be born in Bethlehem, Redeemer of mankind, Isaiah 53, exalted above all, Isaiah 52, ruler and judge and king, Daniel 7, born of a virgin and identified as God who is with us, Isaiah 7:14, identified as Yahweh who was pierced by his own people, Zechariah chapter 10, verse 12, son of David, 2 Samuel, seed of Jesse, Isaiah 11, Samuel, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, God of gods, King of kings, the Son of the Most High, whom we are to kiss, or else we'll face his wrath, Psalm chapter 2. That's who you are saying is your Messiah. And when you say that he's the Messiah, you have just destroyed Islam. I think we can end it there. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, God Logic Apologetics. We do this all the time. We're starting to do it this style, more like this call-in kind of style. So come on over, subscribe to YouTube. All right. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys love it. If you're watching from Facebook, I see you guys watching from Facebook as well. Hit the reactions, love it, like it. Don't forget to do that. And guys, let's not allow the Muslims to get away with this type of stuff. Do not let them get away with anything. Make them prove everything they say and show and demonstrate how they have to rely on our Bible to even make a lick of sense of their Quran. You ain't getting no help from me. Not at all. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for watching. If you want to support the ministry, all the links are in the description. Patreon, PayPal, Zelle, anything like that, CashApp, it's all in the description if the Lord moves you to give to this ministry. Thank you all for all those people who do give sporadically, who have joined the Patreon. Because of you, we've been blessed. God has been providing, and I'm able to do more now. I'm able to, stream full time. I'm able to travel more, going to Washington, D.C., to the Pro-Life March. And that's where we will be doing some evangelism there, some Christian dawah bringing the people to the truth when it comes to defending life in the womb. All right. So if you're in Washington, D.C., we're coming. We're going to be out there. So come to the march. Come meet me. Come hang out. Let's do it. Let's get together. Let's link up. Me and Pro-Life Chloe will be together. Life will be joining us. And possibly somebody else too. You know, Sam Shimon might be coming. So we'll see. But y'all be blessed. Thank you guys for watching. And make sure you guys share this and be blessed. Stay prayed up.